Hello guys, in this two video series, I'm going to show you how to make this animation. So this first video is going to be a part 1, and then we're going to have a part 2 where we finish the animation. Skip to the end of the video to see the final result, but we're going to be making this animation right here.
If I spend 2 hours a day on it, I'm going to cut that down by like a half hour, and you slowly get it down to an hour. And then when you get it down to something reasonable, you reach a point where it feels kind of good.
Okay, so first thing, I've already uploaded my files that I'm going to need. Let's create a new composition and make sure it's vertical. So I believe it's going to be like this, yes. Okay, then zoom out a bit, create a solid layer. And then let's take a look at what's happening. Okay, so let's first work on this composition right here. So what we have there is this Instagram post, right? Let's scale it up a bit. We're going to turn it into a pre-composition. And then go inside of the pre-composition. And we're going to mask out everything. First, we're going to start by tracing over the overall, like the outline of the shape. So we're gonna take these out, Control R, and just place them right here on the outline of the shape, so that when we create our shape, it snaps to them. Now, let's see, zoom in and make sure it's completely aligned. Get this right here on the left too. And then on the bottom, great, it's aligned. Now, just add a shape. So new, and then shape, or you can just go here and create your shape. See, it snaps and then snaps over here too. Now let's change the color to white because that's what we have right here. Or we can just eyedrop this. Okay, good. Now let's create the other shape, which is the content. Let's name this outline shape and then get another shape in. But this time you have to move the outlines a bit inside. So we're gonna leave the right and bottom one, right and left one, and then adjust the bottom and upper ones. So this way should be good. Great. Now let's create another shape. Boom. This time make sure the color is different. Let's choose something like green. Good. Name it content shape. Now we're gonna bring our video. So the video is, I have a video right here. Okay, so now I brought my video. I'm gonna just put it right here, kind of size it down a little bit. And now I want to align it with the green part. So what I'm going to do is just track mat it to it. So bring this right here and put it on the content shape. And I want to also kind of parent it to this layer, because when I move this, it also moves with it. If I don't parent it, it's just going to slide through. So if I don't parent it, it's going to do this, which we don't want. So make sure you do that. And then let's just adjust it a bit more. So click on P to bring up position and drag it upwards. Scale it up just to make sure it doesn't go away or like slide out and we get green spaces. Perfect. Now I want to take my IG post and mask out everything that's to be animated. So just do that and then let's mask this out. Make sure you give everything its own anchor point. We can leave that and do it later, but yeah, make sure you do that. Let's copy this. Call the first one engagement buttons. That's what it's going to be. And then take the mask off of this one. Let's just duplicate it so we don't have to duplicate it every time. And then let's call this one maybe the save button. Okay, let's call it save button. Then mask it out to be the save button. Great. Get the IG post duplicated again. And let's now get the name and the profile picture. Let's just call it name and profile picture. Adjust this a bit. Okay. Call it profile picture and name. Copy this again. Bring it right here. And now let's mask out the follow button. Don't forget that. Call it follow. Follow. Bring it again. Now let's mask out. Let's see. Okay, engagement button. We did that. Let's mask out. We don't need this. Likes, we're gonna animate it, so we don't need it. We're gonna just add a text. I'll bring out this, call it description. And then let's see. Bring it up again. Now we're gonna do the comments. Call it comments. Bring it up again. And now we're gonna do we don't have anything really. This is not really important, so we're just gonna not include it. Right. So now what I want to do is just collapse everything so I know what I'm doing. And now we can just delete the post. Boom. See, everything is already there. The likes are not there because we don't want them. We haven't masked them. So now let's adjust the anchor point. So we're gonna start off by the name. Let's adjust this actually. So name and then follow button. After that, we have the engagement buttons and the save button after, and then the description and then the comments. Good. Now let's adjust the anchor point of the profile picture and the name. It's gonna be right here, something like this. See, it's all the way in the bottom. We have to put it right here. And then the follow button right here. Let's actually mess around with it a bit more. You have to make it inside of here. This is good. Now engagement buttons, bring it all the way right here. Select that again. Bring it all the way right here. Good. Save button. Good. Now, description. And then the comments. Good. Now, let's animate everything separately. So before we do that, let's actually go to our outline shape. If you notice, we have like a little roundness to it. So we're going to add that. Go to rectangle, rectangle path, and then roundness. And get this to about 30. 30 is good. Great. Now, let's just scale everything up. So this is going to be something like this. So scale everything up. It's going to take about 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds for everything to be in place. Now go back to the first frame and make sure it's at 0. Good. Now do F9 for all of them and kind of bring this second graph point a bit towards the right, because we're going to add an expression and we want the graph to be active at the end. So what I'm going to do is just add an expression for all of them. You're going to find this expression in the comments. So it's an expression that helps us get the bounce effect, which you can see in our original video. So boom, you just kind of press Alt, and while pressing Alt, you press on a stopwatch right here for the scale. You can do it for the position too, or any other variable. And so now I'm just gonna keep pasting it. I have it right here. Let's do it right here too. Right here too. Right here. And then for the content shape. Now let's look at what we have.
Social media.
Let's get this to corner so we can see. Fit.
Social media. If I spend 2 hours.
Okay. So it's not quite shaking. What I want to do is select everything again, and then go to the, let's see, scale, select everything, all these keyframes, and just try to play around with this. So it's not shaking. Maybe you will want to make this animation finish sooner.
If I spend social
It's not.
media,
Let's see.
social media. If I spend 2 hours a day,
It's just not working, huh? Okay, let's do it.
social media. If I spend 2 hours,
The animation has to like end very abruptly.
social
Same
media.
times.
If I spend 2 hours,
Yes. So that graph worked. Now, what I want to do is offset everything. So first, I want the outline shape to be first, and then I want this one to follow the content shape. So the person speaking is gonna follow, right? And I want to offset them by quite a bit. And now I want to do this: get the follows and PVP, or the name and PVP FB. I just said PVP, and the PFP, profile picture. That's gonna come up. Okay. Maybe we need a bit more for that too. Okay, good. Now after this one, we're gonna add the follow button. Let's not offset these by a lot, and then the engagement buttons are gonna follow, or maybe we can do them as the name is coming in because those are both inside of the layer. Offset this by, this is completely preferential, so you can do whatever you want. Just offset them by small margins for them to look smooth, and you can choose which ones to
social media. If I spend 2 hours a day on it,
Okay, now one thing about this animation is that it's really, really slow. So I'm gonna just select everything and kind of bring everything towards each other. I'm gonna do this and bring all of these in. Bring everything in. Let's see. Yes, bring everything in. Bring these two.
social media. If I spend 2 hours a day on it, social media. If I spend 2 hours a day on it,
Okay, maybe let's get this and kind of adjust the graph a little bit. Let's see. The graph is too harsh at the end, so I want to adjust it. I don't know why it's doing this. What? Okay, now let's see. Take a look.
yeah. If I spend 2 hours a day on it, yeah. If I spend 2 hours a day on it,
Let's see if the animations are okay, they're not getting out of frame, so that's good. Good. They're not getting out of frame, so we don't have to deal with that. Now, this animation is complete. Let's see what we have to do next. Boom. So, okay, this pre-composition as a whole is going to be animated in a 3D scene. So we're going to go to our main composition and turn this into 3D. We're going to add a camera. I like to do 25 millimeters. You can do 50 if you like. No object. Turn this into 3D and call this camera 1 control 1. Now let's parent this to this. And I like to work with, no objects all the time. You can work from the camera directly for the first one, but it's going to be, it can cause problems. A lot of times I regret not having a null layer in my composition. So make sure you do that. It's not, it's doesn't take you anything. Okay, now let's see.
social media.
It's gotta time the animation. So when he says,
If I spend,
if I
I
spend,
spend 2 hours, if I spend 2 hours,
so about right here, the animation kind of goes crazy, right?
social media. If I spend,
It's starting about 10 frames from the first frame. So about right here. Now let's animate the position. And then let's do this.
Yeah, if I spend 2 hours
like on it, I'm gonna cut that.
So about right here, and then let's adjust the position. Just make a keyframe, let's not adjust it. Let's first add the rotation. We're gonna play around with the X rotation first. So make a keyframe also right here. And then let's do this for the rotation. Let's just spin it right here. Okay, now after the rotation, now it kind of is clear what to do with the position. We just want to push it down a bit, or just achieve an effect that, suits you. Maybe you can rotate it a bit more. The reason I don't like to rotate it more is because the guy is kind of, looks distorted. We don't want that. We want our composition to look professional. But let's go to F9 and kind of make the speed graph go really hard about in this
2 hours a day on. If I spend
when he says if I spend, that's where I want my animation to speed up. So right here.
social media, if I spend 2 hours a day on social media, if I spend 2 hours a day on it,
I just realized that we forgot about the likes. It's okay, we can add that later, or you can just add it. Let's add it real quick. Okay, so let's just go here. Add a text layer and just go like 1. Make it black. Same color as this, or black, just black. Let's just press 1. Now what we have there is enter. Let's go for regular and see something weird is happening here. I don't know why, but it's not typing in what I typed. Let's see. Okay, 1. Oh, never mind. Let's just put this right here. Our problem is solved. Good. Let's put it right here. Good. Now, I'm going to go with bold, maybe. Good. Now, get this right here. And scale it down a bit. Get the position up by a bit. And then make it right here. Now let's duplicate it and call this likes. And call the first one likes number. Okay, so this one I'm just gonna rename it to likes and turn it to black. Black, right? Bring up its position. Get it to the right a bit, about right here. Scale it down actually. Or maybe just get it like this. And then for the number, I'm gonna add an effect. This is a plugin. Let's hope our After Effects doesn't crash. Okay, this is a plugin. It's free. It's called Numbers. I'm just gonna add it. You can use an expression. It's really easy to achieve the same result without the plugin. But I like to do the plugin just to kind of gain time, Let's see. Go to effects and then go to numbers. And this is the value that you want to play around with. Why is my text not? Okay. Okay, now our text is shown. Let's bring its position right here. Bring it up a bit. And then let's go again to effects, numbers, and then start value is going to be at, we're just going to animate the end value. Don't worry about start value. So that's going to be at 0. So, or like, let's say like 2054, right? Put a check stopwatch to it. and then bring it all the way right here, and like 4 seconds or something, and then put it at 35,600, just a random number. Now, what I want to do is go to the position, and as the number kind of gets bigger, we need to move it to the left more. So the start position is going to be at right here. And then when the number gets bigger, so right here, when it gets to 10, right? We're going to get it to right here. And now what I want to do is bring this closer and just F9 it and do this. Bring it right here to the right. And then do this.
Spend 2 hours.
Good. Now, let's also put these in a pre-comp, and let's animate them going up. So after everything is in place, they're going to be right here. Put a stopwatch to it, and then animate them down. So they're going up. Do this, and we can F9 them too. We can add the expression of bounce. I don't have it copied, so I'm going to just copy it real quick, and then go right here, paste it. Let's see. Let's see what we have.
If I spend
Okay, that's good.
Post-
It looks good. You can
2
adjust.
hours,
Of course, the
hours.
text looks a bit off. Maybe we need to let's scale it down just a bit and see. Okay, the text is better now. Let's scale this up too. Scale this down too. The likes, scale them down too. Let's see. Okay. It looks better now. I just need to also adjust its position. A bit more to the left. Boom. Great. Now, let's go back to our main composition. So we're right here. Let's see what we have.
social media. If I spend
So we have the likes showing here. It's really easy to fix it. Just go right here. Go to likes. Let's actually go back. So this pre-comp right here, we already have the keyframes for position. Let's move this down a bit more. So right here. Let's see now. It's fixed. Good. Now everything looks good. I want to kind of just bring let's leave it at that. That looks good. Okay, now let's go to DaVinci to see what's going on.
hours,
On it. I'm gonna
If I spend 2 hours on it. Okay, now we're going to add a text. In order to add a text, let's see. If I spend 2 hours a day on it. So that's really easy. Just type in the text, a day on it. What did I just type? If I spend 2 hours a day on it. Right. Now let's just scale this by a bit, make it extra light and scale it by a bit. Bring it down. And now we have the same text. What I want to do is get the position of this the same as this, but then bring it to the right a bit and then go to rotation. Let's look at our adjustment layer or null object. We have rotated everything by 25.6. So we're going to get this to 25.6. Right. Now it's fully facing the camera. Good. Now what I'm going to do is just animate this into existence. So fade up. Let's just get the fade up preset. Fade up. I like to use words. Put it on here. And then go to text, animator, range selector. And we have our two things right here. Put them, sync them with what he says.
media. If I spent, if I
So about right here starts, and then where it finishes,
spend 2 hours a day on it.
about right here. It looks good. You can F9 it. I like to do that. But what I want to do is add a bit of position to it. So I kind of want everything to go from the bottom upwards as its opacity is increasing. So that's what I want to do. Now, let's add another null object and call it camera1 control 2. Now, if I go to DaVinci to look at what happens, everything kind of shifts forward in order to meet the second text. So like this, boom, everything goes in order to meet the second text. So what I want to do is just do just that. But first, let's add the text. So I'm going to duplicate this. And then the second one is going to start at right here. So we're going to take this off and then take this off. The second one, what does it say? I'm going to cut that down by ½ an hour. So I'm going to just type that. I'm gonna cut that down by ½ an hour. Okay, now just scale this up. Where are the text controls? Okay, scale ½ an hour. Scale this up. Amazing. Now make this thing or extra light. Scale this down a bit. It's actually flipped, but it's okay. We can leave it like this. This is also good. Okay. Or let's flip it. I like to kind of copy everything so that we see the final result. I think black is gonna work for this. Okay, good. Now let's bring everything closer. It's already like brought together, so let's actually increase it a bit. And what I'm gonna do is adjust this one. So this one should be 10, and then boom. Good. Now let's add the effect we added to this, which to animate everything forward. We're gonna go to animator and copy everything from animator to opacity and paste it right here. Boom. Press on U to kind of see the animated keyframes. It shows up going from here to right here. I'm gonna offset this by a bit so that when the second text goes off, the first one is already going in. I can do something like this for the first one. And I can go like, sorry, what am I doing right now? I really don't know. Okay, so this is the first one, right? Oh, it's copied. That's why. Let's just. This is kind of crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. Kind of got lost. Okay, so let's just delete that. I don't know how I got to this point, but I got 2 animators right there. We obviously don't want that. Now, what I was going to say is we can duplicate these 2 keyframes, bring them right here. I'm duplicating them, but it's not happening. Try that again. Nope. Okay. Now, what I want to do is get this keyframe right here. And let's see what happens now. Yes, everything kind of. See? Just that. That effect is good. Now, as everything is wiping from the screen, we want the second text to go in. So we can do this. Right. Okay. This looks good. This is not an original, but I like to add it. It's a good addition. Now, what I want to do is, okay, the position is kind of off, so adjust it by a small bit. Okay, guys, the tutorial is kind of taking too long. This is the animation we have for now. It's still incomplete, but it gives you an idea of where we're going. If you want a second part, please let me know in the comments and engage with the video, and I'll definitely make it where I complete the animation and also add the effects, the overlays and the shadows and the glow that make the animation feel kind of popped. Right. So thank you so much for watching. And aside from that, see you next time.
Social media. If I spend 2 hours a day on it, I'm going to cut that down